Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and we're going to have another playthrough of War Thunder, continuing on with realistic battles, air combat. This time we're playing as the Japanese, and I'm playing as the Ki-61I, I think. Yeah, that same plane that's to the left of me. That's the plane that I have. So I have not left, right. Sorry. So I have four 50 caliber machine guns. If you're not familiar with this plane, you might go, "Oh, that's pretty good firepower." No, it really isn't. It's this is a plane where you really have to pump a lot of rounds into the enemy, and if I remember correctly, the rate of fire is pretty slow too. So it's not the most effective um, guns in the game. It just goes into the same weakness that pretty much the Japanese planes have, is a lack of firepower. You get a little bit of firepower with the Zeros with their 20mm cannons, but those 20mm cannon ammo run out pretty quick. In the at least in the earlier versions of that plane, when they only had 120 cannon rounds. Yeah, the firepower is not the best, but this is still a really cool plane. And from what I've seen of playing as the Japanese planes, is I don't know what it is, but it seems like the Japanese planes, the pilots seem a lot more usually skilled than the Americans that we're probably going to be facing here. And I oftentimes see very one-sided matches in this particular battle. On the other hand, though, due to the fact that the way that this mission is set up, we could lose even though we're doing really well in the air because of the ground stuff that goes on, which is kind of lame, and I've heard other people complain about it, and as I said, it is kind of lame. Now, it is kind of hard to predict sometimes exactly where the Americans are going to pop up, but I'm going to head towards A, and because from my experience with this map, oftentimes what the U.S. Players will do is they'll fly really low and they'll go towards A and they'll start shooting ground targets, regardless of whether their plane is good for that or not. So I'm going to head towards A in the hopes of getting over there and picking off any silly Americans that want to fly low and shoot ground targets. But I do have to keep an eye out for high flyers and things like that could be a threat to me. So that's pretty much what we're going to do, and I may cut sections where it's just flying around and just waiting for things to happen, because there's a lot of that happens in realistic battles. It's a lot more slow paced. When you run out of ammo, you got to go land and reload your weapons and all that. Which fortunately for me on this map, I have a number of runways on land that I can land on, because this is an Army craft, not a Navy craft. And yeah, already a Typhoon is down there blowing up ground targets. And I see the AA fire right over there, so I'm pretty sure he's over there. That's pretty much what you have to wait for on this map, is you go towards the ground targets and you just wait for the anti-aircraft fire, and then you know exactly where they are. You don't really have to try that hard to find them. So I know there's at least a Typhoon somewhere down there. Because of the clouds, I'm probably not going to see them for a while, but it looks like we're going to get out of the clouds here in a second. And then what I'm going to be doing is scanning for the little, dots that indicate an enemy plane off in the distance. I am going to be looking around. Now, in realistic battles, you do have to do that. You do have to pay close attention to your surroundings, because the radar will tell you where people are, but it's only people that you're aware of. If somebody sneaks up behind you, they won't show up on the radar until you're aware of them. So somebody can sneak up behind you and just blast you, and you won't know they're there until you look behind you and actually see them. So we've got a Hurricane going after ground targets as well as that Typhoon. I'm looking for the dots to see where they are. I'm pretty sure this is where I saw the anti-aircraft fire. Unfortunately, it sounds like a bomber on our side has been set on fire, and I see the dot right there. You see it off my left wing, and you see the fire coming off. I've already committed to going to A to see if I can find these guys going after the ground targets, but I may have chose poorly. I do not see them, And it looks like I'm all on my own because everybody's over there. Okay, I see... There we go. Oh, wait, no? Thought I saw a dot. I need to clean my screen. But I'm seeing the fire. Question is, where is it going? I'm not seeing the dot. Oh, there it is. Got him. Alright, so let's go down there. There may be more than one, so I have to be careful. And I also have to be careful not to rip my wings off, so we're going to kind of dive gradually, cull more of my power. But I see him. He's sitting on the runway, it looks like, which is silly because that's our runway. He can't cap it. So if he's familiar with arcade battles and thinks he can cap that, that's not how this works. Essentially, you cap the points by various means, but no, you don't actually physically land on the runway to cap it. Okay, so he landed on the airstrip for some unknown reason. And I see him, I think, still there. You know what? I lost sight of him. I don't know if he's still on the airstrip or not. Oh, wait, there he is. Got you now. Oh, it's multiple. We'll go after the Typhoon because he's just sitting on the runway. These guys must all be arcade battles, guys, because they are being stupid. Okay, let's pull up and use our speed to get the heck out of there. So we just got essentially a free pass on that guy. Yeah, these guys must all be a group together, and they obviously have no idea what they're doing. Okay, so we're going to get some separation, get some altitude. That guy crashed trying to land, so that just makes my job easier. Alright, let's make another pass on the Typhoon, who is still sitting on the runway. I almost have half a heart to just like write to the guys and say, hey dude, capping the runway doesn't work that way. Okay. Let's make another pass on him. And he's dead. That was an easy kill. And that's exactly what I mean. Okay, he's trying to get up on me, but I'm going to use my speed to get away from him. Yeah, he's already shooting at massively long range. Now the Wellington's on the ground. What are these guys doing? This is hysterical. These guys must all be arcade battles, guys, and they don't have any clue what they're doing. Okay, so now we've got our separation. I'm going to wait a little while, get more altitude on this guy, and spin around. Might even just ignore his ass. What happened to the Wellington? Or did I just lose sight of him? Okay, we'll go ahead and pass him and go after the Wellington because that sounds like fun. And we're going to really lose this guy because he's turning towards me. I've got all the speed in the world. Yeah, he's gone already. Just light him up a little bit. Use my speed again to gain altitude. I don't know how my team's doing. Let's just check that out. Oh, good. I'm the only guy left on my team. Awesome. So even though at least a third of the team, the enemy team, has no clue what they're doing, my team's pretty much already dead. And this is exactly what I mean by the frustration of realistic battles, is if you get on a mismatched team like that, they just get butchered, and that's it. So we're just going to do our best here, and we're going to get as many kills as we can on these guys that are flying like idiots. Because now I'm just going to, I don't even care about the Wellington. I'm just going to go right after the Hurricane. We're going to get behind him, use our speed, to just blast his rear. He's probably not even sure I'm there because I'm behind him, and if he's not looking behind him, he doesn't know I'm there. He's just flying in a straight line. Oh, okay, he must see me now because he's turning, which isn't going to do him much good. Alright, we plastered him a little bit. Okay, unfortunately, now we got other enemy coming after us, which I suspected would happen eventually. I'm not going to keep going after that guy because I'm clear he doesn't know what he's doing. The F2A is a much bigger threat to me, and he did get a lot of shots on me. Unfortunately, I was hoping that my altitude and speed, it looks like I'm dead, so I might as well just go after the Hurricane again. Hello, Hurricane. I might get a kill on that guy because I've already shot him up a bit. Yeah, I did get a kill on him. The F2A unfortunately killed me, which I kind of let happen. And there we are. So that was an interesting match. Kind of highlights the fact that there's a lot of people in realistic battles that don't really know what they're doing. And I pretty much got 2 free kills there, because that was not at all challenging whatsoever to kill those 2 guys. And if we look on the scoreboard, I'm far up on top, and this just highlights yet again how mismatched these battles can be at times. As you saw there, if I go back to that scoreboard, outside of me, there was only one other guy that got any kills on my team. So if we look on the scoreboard, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 guys, me and one other guy got a kill. Pretty much everybody else got no kills. Over here, this one guy got 5 kills. This other guy got 2 kills. So amongst them, they killed more than half my team. And you know, it's kind of just sad that this kind of stuff happens. And it's one of the reasons that I get very frustrated with War Thunder at times, because it just, how uneven the teams are, just boggles my mind. But in any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.